Hello guys, welcome again. Uh, in this video, we are gonna talk about different kinds of channels. So channels, it can be of any type. It can be based on upward channel or a normal channel or a downward channel, or else it could also be expansion channel. So we will be discussing about this, and these are really important channels where you would find these patterns very often in most of the stocks. Okay, so to give a brief about this, let me just explain you with the doodle initially. Okay, so this is an upward channel. So what happens is that the stock comes like this. So it takes a support at this area. Okay, so initially this pattern will occur and then we draw the uh, line. Okay, so what's happening here? There is a buying pressure at 97, and then again a buying pressure at 200 and selling pressure at 212, and a buying pressure at 140. So every time the buying pressure will come after a gap. So here the important thing to note here is that you are not gonna take it like higher high or lower low. So let's just skip that. So we are gonna look at where the demands are, and we are gonna look at where the supplies are. So we are gonna connect these areas and see if there is a price structure, and we will trade accordingly. Okay, so forget about higher high lower low and things like that. So you don't need that. And so this is one channel which is upward channel, and other thing is this one which is downward channel. So here the stock plays like this, and we will be taking a trade after these channels are we take a trade either on based on a breakout or breakdown. Okay, so and the most important channel is expansion channel. So what happens here is, as the time progress, both buyers and sellers, they will be expanded. So if you see, normally we draw equal parallel line, right? So this is different from this. So the buyers will also expand, the sellers will also expand. Okay. Mm, let me just go ahead and explain you with the chart so that it makes more sense. So this is uh, LIC housing finance. Okay, so I'm gonna draw. So this is an upward channel. Okay, so here if you see, the price were wandering around the area of these channels. So there was a buying pressure at here, and then again a buying pressure at here. So historically, if you see at the past, the stock has always been between this channel, right? So and here there was a breakdown, and this is where we take a trade. Okay, and this will be discussed in detail in the next or upcoming videos, where how you take trades based on these patterns. As I said, let's just stick with the price action. Okay, so here if you see, when it came here there was a buying pressure, right? But when it went up, it didn't even touch the expected trend line, right? Which means that the buyer's momentum are gone. So again it tried to move up, but no, there was no buying pressure, and that is why it came down. So if you look at the price action of buyers and the sellers, see, it's quite huge, right? Here the momentum is, they have lost the momentum in green candle, and in the red candle if you could see, that was a heavy selling. This just indicates that there could be a, probably there could be a breakdown. So yeah, this is based on probability, and we are just making one more valid factor, right? So if you just if you just add more factors to it, towards a specific bias, uh, it will make sense, right? So this is one channel, and let me just move to the next stock. So this is Yamana Mahindra and Mahindra. So this is the channel, right? And if you see, there was a constant pressure at the top these area, and that is why we connect these all these four tops. And at the bottom there was two areas where it took supports, and these are considered as demand zone. Okay. And what happened, there was a huge fall from the supply area, right? And there was a breakdown, and this is where we make a trade. But if I draw horizontal lines, it will be much confusing. You won't be able, yes, you will get a trade after this area, but don't you think that this is way much simpler and self-explanatory than that? Yes, right? So that is why we stick with this. So not only it looks good, it is also favorable to our risk reward, and we will also able to make more money from this pattern. Okay. So let me just move to the next stock, which is Ujjivan. So this is, again, this is expansion channel. So what happened, as the time progressed, the channel expands. Here this channel is expanded, and if you see here, there was no buying pressure again from here, so it was kind of a sideways trend in these areas, and it went up a little bit, and then it took a retrace. And so it looks simple, right? Although you will be working on many of these charts initially, the core of the strategy is price action patterns, guys. So make sure that you listen carefully, because it's very very important. And you will be drawing a lot of charts initially, and then only you will be adding our indicators, custom built indicators, which gives really really good trades, right? So let me just draw. So just have a idea about this, I mean, just have a look at this. And now I will draw support and resistance. So this is one is, so this doesn't tell me the story of Ujjivan, right? Every stock has a certain personality, guys. So this, I cannot see a personality of Ujjivan if I draw a pattern like this, I mean, support and resistance. But initially here I could see, okay, the stock has been on an expansion channel. Probably you can make a story out of these patterns, right? uh, yeah, there is no trade as of now. Probably, yeah, we could have taken a trade around here, out here, after the breakout. That story is different. What I'm trying to say is that you will be able to see a story of a stock by drawing these patterns. Okay. So let me just move to the next stock, which is Muthoot Finance. And this is another channel, kind of an expansion channel, if you see. So it was kind of a conjunction, contraction actually. And you see, there has been no trade. Probably you can buy these areas and sell in these areas. So again, if you can figure out something, right, you can make up a story of Muthoot Finance. So if I just draw supply and demand zone, probably I could draw a zone, yeah, like this. And at the bottom, no, I cannot draw a huge zone like this, but some do like this. They don't mind. uh, but this zone is, if you see, this zone is 43 points. So where am I supposed to buy? uh, People will tell you that you are supposed to buy at the demand zone. So there are several people who trade based on just the line, which is like this. So they will just buy at these lines. And there are several people who draw zones. Yeah, I'm not saying it doesn't work. The thing is that it doesn't give you a clear picture of a, it doesn't give you a story of a stock, right? So here This is the demand zone. So here there has been a continuous buying at these areas, right? But where am I supposed to buy when the next, let's say the stock reverses from this supply zone? Am I supposed to buy at 618 or 592 or 577? You won't know, right? So probably after the, in hindsight you can say, but when I'm trading I won't be able to say a specific price where I can buy. But in our case it's clear. You can tell them you are supposed to short at this line which is 647, and you are supposed to go long at this line. Confidently you can say that, right? Of course, with respective to the candlestick patterns that has been forming, like here the hammer has formed. So not only just we just we just not go long here, we consider several other factors. So just to analyze, these patterns are really good, and when compared to support and resistance. And again, coming back to Exide India, so okay, this is kind of a triangle pattern. Most of the time you will be able to see triangle pattern in many of the stocks. Okay, so that is why I was covering triangle pattern initially. These patterns are really helpful, and it occurs in every stock. Okay, this is Bank of Baroda. If you see, this is the channel it has been forming. So here at the bottom there has been a buying, so there is an uniformity, and at the top there is a supply zone. So don't worry, if you think that I won't be able to draw, or I won't be able to find patterns like this, don't worry. I will be teaching you how to draw patterns in the below video or something like that, and you can check it out after completing all the videos. Okay, and right now let's just stick with this basics core of our strategy. So here at the top there has been a constant supply at these areas. So you can see an uniformity, right? So even at the bottom you can see an uniformity. So this is a breakdown, and we are supposed to go short here after this area. Again, I'm gonna draw horizontal lines. Sorry. uh, so pretty much I can't figure out, or I can't make up a story, right? I don't know what the story of Bank Baroda. I will also draw a supply here, and see, it doesn't favor. Let's say this area was broken here. If you see that this resistance area was broken, although it came down and went up, we don't know why there was a supply here, right? And also we don't know why there was a supply here, because if there was a supply over at this price, it makes sense. But we don't know why there was a supply zone, I mean there was a selling pressure from this area, and that's because of this, and not based on support and resistance. Correct. Now it will make sense for you, right? Okay, this is this, and this is where I'm gonna go short. Correct. All right, let me just go to the next stock, which is Coal India. Again, just like Bank Baroda, this is Coal India. So these are the stocks I made money, guys. So that is why I'm telling you. So if I was able to make money from these patterns, so certainly you will be able to make money. So, and again, I was just able to draw some pattern just by looking at it. So if you see, there is a triangle pattern inside the channel. So you can make use of this as well. So there is a huge, that this is a kind of a huge green candle breaking out. So that's a buy with a target of up to our line. So you can also play between inside these channels. So I will be updating stocks like this. Don't worry, at the end of the session I will tell you how to draw patterns like this, and So yeah, here if you see, there has been two buying here, and then there was a sharp selling at this area. So this is where we go short and see the move, guys. See the move, huge move, 18% move in the first wave, and another 29% move in the second wave, right? So that is, this is something, these are the major patterns. Okay, so what did we see? We were discussing about upward channel, which is this, and also downward channel, which is this, and expansion channel, which is this, and, and this is again a kind of an expansion channel. At the top it was not expanding too much, I mean it was not expanding that much, so a perfect expansion channel would be this. So yeah, again there is not a hard and fast rule that this must be expansion channel should be like this. So at the top it can be, it can form an uniformity, it's fine, but at the bottom it's expanding. So we cannot confine supply and demand to a specific thing, right? Just like support and resistance. So if you see, each stock had different characteristics and personality. Even in upward channel and downward channel, they were quite different from each other, right? So each has a different story, correct? So it's very clear that if channels like these are entirely different, how can we make up a story of support and resistance based on this? I mean, the supply and, what I'm trying to say is that the supply and demand cannot be based on just the horizontal line, it can be of any types. Okay, and again, I'm sure that most of you, or maybe some of you, have been making money from support and resistance. That's completely fine. I'm not saying that the support and resistance doesn't work. I'm just saying that too much of importance is being given to support and resistance, and majority of the pattern which are really important are being neglected. Okay, so thank you guys, thank you for listening to me, and next video we will be discussing about the strategy. Initially we will start with intraday. So yeah, let's meet there. Thank you.